Polygon broke the story earlier today about how Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the newest COD game from Treyarch and Activision, will not have a traditional single-player campaign. And, oh, man, this news really got me feeling some sort of way, and I wanted to talk about it. It's not going to be good, so strap it down, grab a cold one, and enjoy the fireworks. What's going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And oh boy, Call of Duty. You know, I was wondering earlier when I reported on the situation that they bumped their release up for the first time ever in Call of Duty history from mid-November, early November to early October to get out ahead of Red Dead Redemption 2, the game that everybody's trying to seemingly avoid this holiday season, if it would have any repercussions. I thought to myself, maybe it won't, because they give these devs a 3-year cycle to make the newest Call of Duty games. 3 years seems to be enough time to make a campaign, a zombies mode, as well as the multiplayer for a game. But oh, was I wrong? And there are some repercussions for this, because Activision canceled the single player that Treyarch was working on, because, and I quote, if you read the article, it says here that the sources who asked for anonymity said that as the Black Ops 4 release date approached, it became evident that development on the single-player campaign wouldn't be completed. So Treyarch had to focus Black Ops 4's development on expanding the multiplayer and the series' popular zombie mode. The source described an emphasis on cooperative modes as a potential stand-in for the typical single-player campaign. Of course, Activision, when asked about this, says, we don't comment on rumor and speculation, and they look forward to revealing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on May 17th. So, the removal of the campaign does not sit well with me. And I know a lot of you out there are probably like, Rain, I don't care about the single-player campaign. I'm in it for the multiplayer. And you know what? That's cool. I'm happy for you, right? But I am someone who's in Call of Duty for the campaign. I've played every single Call of Duty game for the campaign, with the exception of Black Ops 3, because I was burnt out on the series at that point. I play COD for the single player. It's like a Michael Bay experience where you just turn your brain off and enjoy the 6 to 7 hour linear explosion showpiece set. And I enjoy that every single year. I look forward to playing it every single year. You know, there were some really great Call of Duty campaigns. Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 2, World at War, Infinite Warfare. Some standout Call of Duty campaigns. I know even some of the early Black Ops from Treyarch themselves was pretty good. Black Ops 1. Who doesn't remember the tagline, what do the numbers mean, Mason? What do the numbers mean? You don't get that type of stuff in multiplayer, and I know the multiplayer is how they monetize the series, or monetize it, and get people playing for longer than 7 to 8 hours. But, interestingly enough, if you look at the achievement statistics on Xbox, as well as on PlayStation, you can actually see how many people actually complete the campaign. So, before I made this video, I went and I looked at the stats for World War II, Call of Duty World War II, and more people actually finished the campaign than actually got a prestige level 1 in the multiplayer. So maybe the sentiment that more people play the multiplayer than play the campaign, I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore. Because like I said, more people finish the campaign. So I think there's a large contingent of people that love playing the campaign, that love playing only the multiplayer, and that love playing the zombies. And here's the bigger issue I have with this, right? It's, what are they going to charge for this experience that is clearly lacking content? Call of Duty has always been one of those games where you get 3 modes for your money. You get a campaign, you get a multiplayer, and you get a zombies for $60. It has a lot of content, a lot more content than a lot of other games charging the same price. In fact, when you go back to the earliest Call of Duty to right now, they've only ever added content. Starts out with a single player only mode, then they add multiplayer on top of it, and eventually added the zombies mode. And in between there, they they experimented with Spec Ops and other things, but it was always additional content being added for the price of $60. Now we have the first time ever one of the core, foundations of Call of Duty being removed. They removed the campaign, so all we're left now with multiplayer and zombies. So am I to expect this game to be $40 since they're removing a part of the experience? Of course not. It's Activision. They're going to charge $60 for this greedy little experiment when they really should charge $40, because now you're removing something that's literally been in there since 10 years? Longer? 15 years? However long Call of Duty's been around, which I can't think of at the top of my head. You removed a core function. This isn't adding content. This is removing content, and I am not happy about that. If Call of Duty Black Ops doesn't have a campaign, it might as well not even exist to me. I don't care when it comes out. If it's just the multiplayer and the zombies, I'm not playing it, and I'm not buying it. It doesn't exist. I don't care. Yeah, this got me a little bit worked up. I do enjoy my Call of Duty campaign experiences. I play them every year, so you can. I'm upset. I was looking forward to seeing Black Ops 4 and seeing what they had to do here. And honestly, why even call the game Black Ops 4 when the only ties to the name are in the campaign? Black Ops 1, 2, 3, and 4. The thread runs through the campaign. It doesn't run through the multiplayer or the zombies. Maybe you could say it runs through the zombies. I know there's kind of a continuation there, but it just boggles my mind. It boggles my mind because I have people telling me this is a data-driven decision, that the campaign doesn't really return a lot of investment for them. This is the best way to go about it, but it's like the report says that they were working on the campaign. It didn't say they were never working on it. So the fact that you're telling me that this was a data-driven decision about how people don't play a campaign doesn't fly. Because if that was the case, they never would have been working on the campaign in the first place. They were working on it. They couldn't finish it in time for launch of the October 12th release, so it was canceled and they had to focus on other stuff. So clearly, the campaign was still a priority, it's just that they couldn't meet the release date. And I know what maybe some of the board members there at Activision and maybe Treyarch are thinking, like, it's not a big deal. Because what's the two biggest games in the world right now? Well, three biggest games in the world right now. You have League of Legends, you have Fortnite, and you have PUBG. None of those have a campaign. Fortnite does, but you got to pay for it. But it's that big because of the multiplayer mode. Same thing with PUBG. For the most part, for the longest time, it was dominating the charts, and it had no single player. It had one mode, one game map, and it was $30. And I'm sure they're probably thinking, hey, if they can get away with it, if they can get away with not having a campaign, then so can we. The problem is, in that scenario with Fortnite and PUBG, you don't miss what you never had. They never had a campaign. So when it was offered for free and for $30, you're not going to miss it because it was never there. But you have a tradition with Call of Duty, stretching back to 2004, of having a campaign and having one in each successive release for like 15 years. And now suddenly, because it won't be finished or because it was too outlandish, you're going to remove it and not expect a little bit of blowback, but still charge $60 like nothing is missing from the game whatsoever, and you're going to cover it up with extra zombies content and extra multiplayer content that you're probably going to sell and a $50 season pass. Oh, I know, wait a minute. They're actually going to try to replace the campaign with a Battle Royale mode for Black Ops 4. That's right, Charlie Intel's reporting that Raven Software is possibly working on a Battle Royale mode for Black Ops 4. And they said that Polygon reported that Treyarch has decided to scrap the campaign mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 once it became clear they would not have the campaign ready in time for the launch in October, and that Raven Software has been reportedly been tasked with adding a Battle Royale mode to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to fill the content gap of a campaign. Wow. So you're getting a Battle Royale mode in place of a campaign, and that's supposed to make me feel better. That's supposed to be okay. Everybody knew Black Ops 4 was going to have a Battle Royale mode in, some form or fashion. They've talked about it in the past. Activision is fully aware of the popularity of Battle Royale. Every single dev and publisher is fully aware of how popular the Battle Royale genre is. That's why every single game coming out this year and potentially next year are going to have a Battle Royale mode, and it's going to be so saturated, you're going to wish it never existed in the first place. Could it be good? Yeah, maybe it could be good. A Battle Royale game with AAA production value, movement, all that cool stuff that Call of Duty is known for, it actually might be pretty cool. But still, I won't care. I want that campaign. I want to see what Treyarch can come up with. But alas, we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it at all. And you know what? What worries me most about all this is if Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is if it's really successful like World War II was again without the campaign, then are we done seeing campaigns in Call of Duty for the rest of time? Because clearly it'll show Activision that there's no need for a campaign if it sells the same amount as it always have. Will that then show other developers out there, other third-party developers of very, franchise-heavy first-person shooter games like Battlefield and some of the other ones that they don't need a campaign either. Don't waste your money because people are going to buy it just as much as they did previously or even more. And then we start to lose that. So I'm thinking more of the long-term implications here rather than this one-off, short-term. I'm thinking about the future of single-player experiences from games that I enjoy. If this really takes off, we may not have a single-player campaign in the next Call of Duty, the next Battlefield, what have you, like the next Titanfall, maybe the next Halo. Who knows? Who knows what dark path this may lead us down? It just kind of gets me angry just thinking about it. Oh man, I've seen people saying that, this may not all be bad. Maybe they'll release the single player campaign when they finish it as DLC. And that would be something Activision would do, right? Charge you $60 for the game with multiplayer and zombies only, and then 5 months later release the campaign for $50 on top of a season pass and stuff. That would be something Activision would do, and I wouldn't be surprised if they tried that. Or the other scenario that I was thinking about earlier was the Modern Warfare 2 remaster. You remember when I reported about that, how it was single player only and had no multiplayer? I was like, hey, great for me, because I only care about the single player. I couldn't care less about the multiplayer. And I thought maybe it made sense because they didn't want the multiplayer to complete with Black Ops 4. But now here's a scenario where they could essentially launch Modern Warfare 2 Remaster alongside Black Ops 4 so you can have a campaign to play. That's right, you could play the Modern Warfare 2 Remaster alongside your multiplayer-only Black Ops 4. Genius, Activision. Totally genius. And I'm kidding on that. But either way, that's the whole rundown of this Black Ops stuff, guys. As you can tell, it's making me feel a certain way. I'm not really a fan of it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Share it out on social media. Hit the notification bell if you always want to be notified when I do drop new content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.